Yo, 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 welcome everybody to TCR, Trinity Competitive Racing. We are here for round number 6 for the Spanish Grand Prix here in the silver class, and as always in season 14. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. I wish all 501 of you guys, as we just hit a brand new milestone on the YouTube channel, 501 subscribers, and definitely appreciate all the support from everyone supporting TCR for the many years that we've had this YouTube channel. I can only make so many burner accounts to subscribe to the channel, so I appreciate everybody tuning in each and every week for some new TCR races. It definitely can't be done without the viewers and the drivers out on track. We have a full grid here tonight, all 20. We have a few new drivers, one returning and one debut, which we will get to. But definitely keep up the support on TCR YouTube videos, and we're also we're live on YouTube and as well as on the Twitch. We encourage you to watch on your preferred platform, and it will be my co-commentator, Golden Class driver D'Angelo, and myself, C Freeze, taking you tonight through tonight's proceedings, and hopefully it is a good round 6. So without further ado, let's get into it. D'Angelo, welcome, and what are we expecting here for the Spanish Grand Prix?
Yeah, it's good to be back for round 6 of the Silver Class, an exciting championship so far. But yeah, Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in Barcelona, Spain. It is a very technical circuit, not a lot of overtaking opportunities, but the overtaking opportunities are at turn 1 and 10. They did change turn 10. It's more rounded now, so a lot more. I feel like it's a bigger place to screw up on exit because you have to kind of carry speed through it. But yeah, those are the two overtaking spots in the turn 1 and turn 10, along with the DRS zones as well on those straightaways leading into those turns. So yeah, I don't think there'll be a lot of overtaking today, mainly because it is a technical circuit. But you will see if overtakes do happen, they'll be probably on turn 1 and turn 10.
Absolutely. We haven't raced at Spain in a few seasons. It's been, I believe, since season 10, which was back on the F1 2020 game that we were last here at Spain. Now with the new addition, I would say newly profiled corner, as we're on board with Shabar, you will get a nice view of it. Yep, that's it. They moved a hairpin into a rounded hairpin. Whoa. And everybody loves the track now on 22. Yeah, that's it. As you see, Williams, that's going to be, I believe, Diego. Let's go on board. No, it's going to be Bags. Let's see if we get a nice view as Jabbar is finishing his lap here. Should be purple, only one to set a time. And yes, it is the Williams of Bags. Just had a nice spin here towards Sector 3.
Kind of stuck right now, waiting on the gap to get going.
Yeah, and right there is where the track should be. If they just get rid of that chicane in the final penultimate really, it would just be such a good track, Spain. If they just got rid of that chicane, it would really allow such a great opportunity for overtakes down to turn 1. In the game here tonight, I do expect some overtakes into turn 1, but it's just in real F1, it's just very, very hard. And the only other place would maybe be in the newly profiled hairpin, but they increased the speed of that corner, so there's actually a lesser chance of an overtake, in my opinion, as CJ was very lucky to go over that yellow sausage curb to not spin it, but he spins it there. Luckily, no one behind him. And that would be turn number 9, which brings you up onto that second DRS straight. Let's go on board with, here we got Oreo as well.
Yeah, it's turn 9. The little right-hander heading up towards the second DRS straight. It's very dangerous going uphill, losing. Probably, I think you kind of lose some track, like surface area grip thing. Like the car kind of leaves the track because a little uphill a little bit. So it's very easy to spin the car trying to get back on the power as soon as you hit the exit.
And Oreo, this is going to be a quick lap, but it'll be at least a banker. Good enough for 8th. Good thing to note, Speedy Gunner, you see he's retired in the pit lane as his teammates out on track. Speedy Gunner, he has a qualifying ban for this round. I don't believe... Oh, it was from a qualifying incident he had with Rafa Hulk. With Rafa Hulk last week at Britain. And speaking of Rafa Hulk, he is leading the charge here as he's on provisional pole, as well as the championship, well, I'll get to in a minute, as Turkey Whacker comes P3 with Sir Vapor, who is his new teammate here at Alpine. Sir Vapor has raced Silver Class last season. He's a race winner in the class. And he makes his return here tonight. Sitting pretty at P4. Another new driver we have in the Aston Martin. Well, he's still in the pit lane, so we'll try to get him a nice onboard look in a minute.
So you got a lot of guys on outlaps right now, and then the guys that doesn't say outlap or on the in laps, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, we got a full 20, so it's going to be a little bit tricky on the traffic towards the end of the session, as the ideal time to come out is really around the 2:30 mark, there or thereabouts, and you're going to have a lot of traffic, so getting a clean lap will be crucial, as you don't really know, as you see riding on board with Blind Machine, you don't really know if the other car's on an outlap or a flyer. Those two cars, I think, was an Alfa Romeo and a McLaren. That could be Nando, yes it is, but they were definitely on outlaps. And I will go through the championship standings here, give you a little bit of a rundown on that. As mentioned in a little earlier ago, as we have a spin here, one of the Alpines in front. Nope, that's another Williams.
It's a
Williams.
Williams.
It's a Williams.
Colors are very similar. One's a little bit darker than the other.
But Rafa Hulk's leading the championship. He's got 2 wins and 4 podiums. He's got 83 points, 2 points ahead Camden Luca, who has 1 win. Then you have Blind Machine. Yeah, 3 podiums. Yeah, no DNFs. Rafa Hulk's had that 1 DNF at Baku, but because he's got the 2 wins, that allowed him to get back in it. And Blind Machine is a little farther back, 56 points. He had a good start to the season by winning the opening round, but he has a DNF at Baku as well, but he was able to resurge last week with a 3rd place. Those are really championship 3, I would say, because Broomhandle's at 40 points, so he's 43 points behind. So he's going to need to start putting either some good performances or get lucky, but he's definitely not out of it. But now there he is right there. The Red Bull coming out, currently P10. And speaking of the Big 3, you have the Big 3 right now. Camden Luca went provisional, and right ahead of championship leader Rafa Hulk, and Blinn slots in P3.
Yep, I think an Alpine either just spun, it was Turkey Whacker. I know he was probably giving way to one of the Alphas in front. It was Jabbar, it looks like. Yeah, I hope this race is good, because I know how Spain works in real life. I hope it's not like that.
I think we're going to see a lot of safety cars just because it's a very difficult track. I think you'll see similar to, well, hopefully not similar to Baku. That was a mess. But I keep saying a lot of individual mistakes, which you might see here today. The curbs, the grass and gravel traps right on the edge of the circuit might have something to do with a lot of spins, and with heavy fuel is much different than quali that these drivers are currently on. As Rafa Hulk is on a flyer here, turn 3 is very different from the race and quali, and that's going to be one that's going to catch out a lot of drivers in my opinion, as Rafa Hulk almost 2/10 quicker in that first sector.
Yeah, pretty strong for the first sector so far. All the time I feel like is made through the middle sector here, because if you get a good exit coming out of turn 9, 8, and even turn 8, turn 7, turn 8 combo, you're gonna gain a lot of time. Like he gets a great exit out of turn 9. Also turn 10 and to start the third sector. Purple second sector, 3/10 up on his lap. Takes the wide line, which is a good idea. Goes into turn 12, taking the inside very nicely. Heading towards 13 and then the 14-15 chicane, which the chicane should not be here because it's dumb. And then he comes to the line.
It should be pole, provisional. No, it is 17-4, 2/10 clear of Camden Luca, who will have another go. 6 minutes still left in the session. We'll go a little farther down. You have Turkey on the lap as well, in 6th. Got a little bit of traffic up ahead. This is going to be maybe a little cheeky little slipstream. Won't do you too much. And during this time I'll go quickly through a little bit of the constructor standings. We have Camden Luca and Chabar in the Alfa Romeo team with 109, followed by the Red Bulls of Blinn Machine and Broomhandle at 96. And the Mercedes team in 3rd place at 87. That's going to be Rafa Hulk and Oreo. Currently 1 and 13 for Mercedes. And 4th place, 52 points, would be Bags and Diego. And 5th place, rounding up 46 points, Omega and Speedy. So a little farther back for those two teams. We'll need a lot of good team results as Turkey's coming into the pits. Let's see who else. Formula Jonah is in an invalid lap. There he is. The new debut driver, Raiden Shogun. First race here in TCR in the silver class. We'll see what he can do. No time yet on the board, so he's putting a lot of pressure towards the end of the session, which is interesting.
I wonder why he took so long to now set a lap. Maybe he thinks he has the confidence to put in a pretty good lap and save some soft tires in case there is a bunch of safety cars, but who knows. Which tire wear around here really isn't that terrible. Like it has been in previous games, I feel like.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, the mediums and hards should still be your way around this circuit. But as mentioned, if we do get some safety cars, might be crucial in putting those softs at the end of the race or in a short little stint to gain you some positions. As Camden Luca had a purple first sector. Let's see what this middle sector split is. Coming into 10. Another purple, but man, it's marginal.
Yeah, he probably did not gain. I wonder if he just made the purple sector because Rafa Hulk might not have had a really good second sector. He might have gained it all in the third.
You could gain a lot of time through that final chicane. It's the slowest section of the track, and those are the corners you're going to gain the most in. So those drivers there, it's
going to be pretty close.
Yep, and that could have made the difference. A 0.3 from Camden. Let's go on board. Well, Blinn's still in the pits. Let's see who else is on. Ben Swervin is on a lap here.
Also, Santo just now getting his lap going as well.
Yeah, maybe they had some troubles getting the engine going, or
Setup issues.
yeah, the coffee was still a brew. And Ben's coming in.
He will not have time to go out again.
Well, let's see what Raiden does. I think he's on a lap here. Coming to the line. P13 for now. I wonder if he double fueled.
I don't know if he'll have enough ERS though, because this track does use a good bit of your battery on a lap.
Oreo stuck in the gravel here. Gonna shake those tires off. Get them all nice and clean. As Rapahulk is on a response lap. Let's get on board with him. Can Rapahulk snatch pole position from Camden Luca a tenth slower for the first sector? There should be a lot of track evolution, in my opinion.
Track evolution might be pretty good for Rapahulk here. It's all about this middle and third sector. I mean, he was a 10th over in the first sector, but if he can nail these next two sectors, about to see in the second sector, 2/10 over.
It's going to have to go down to the final sector here.
I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Nah, I don't. I think he's lacking a little bit on this one.
Yep.
Yeah, not going to do it. Let's see. Sir Vapor. He had a nice lap earlier on to get him P3. Does he have anything to compete for the front row of the grid? He's got Omega right on the apex. Let's see if the Ferrari, nice getaway, but that's going to be a very big distraction as the Alpine almost lost the car through turns 4. The Alpine's a nice looking car, ain't it? Man, I don't know if we've ever really seen. I don't remember who was in the other Alpines, but I guess we didn't see much of them, unfortunately.
It says Vapor posted a purple second sector too, unless it's glitching for.
Oh,
but he just invalidated.
Case closed. Segrist.
If he did set a purple second sector, that's just unfortunate. I got a great run on that chicane there. Segrist did. He's looking pretty good. Might be a top 3. No, just missed out.
Wow.
Doesn't even improve.
Man, everybody, not really. Everybody finished really quick. Oh my goodness, everybody's either invalid or in the pit lane. Turkey whackers on a lap, but it says it's very high in the positive, so that's gonna be it. Camden Luca claiming pole position. Not many drivers finishing their laps as the time ran out. So that's going to be Camden Luca on pole position. And he had a pole position last week at Britain. So this is good here. And it was an even 10th at that. And thank you, Lucio Silva, in the YouTube comments for the nice message. And he's cheering for Nando and Rapahulk. Those are two good picks. Both race winners in the silver class. And that means we do have to do these predictions now, D'Angelo, because we still got the formation lap off with the game glitch. So we're going to shoot right into the race. Who do you got for the top 3?
I think Camden for the win this week. I feel like he's going to bounce back after spinning that one time and then coming back to a P2. I think he's going to get the win today. Let's say Rafa Hulk finishes just behind him in P2, and then I'm going to put Seacrest in P3.
All right, and just because you picked Camden, I'm going to have to go a little different here. I'm going to go with returning driver of not Sir Vapor to bring him back on the top step. We'll put Rafa Hulk in P2 and Blinn Machine on the podium.
Solid predictions.
Also, getting a little bit of word from the drivers that there might be some rain late in the race.
Oh boy.
So, we're in for a good one here.
Oh, yes, we are.
Speedy says rain around lap 16 is the prediction.
It'd be fun to get some rain.
As we have 10 seconds to the start. Just want to thank everyone for tuning in and share it out. Let everyone know that TCR is just about to begin for round number 6 for the Spanish Grand Prix here in the silver class. As we get the 5 red lights. Let's do it! As a drag race all the way down to turn 1, it's a clear drag race for the top 2. Camden and Rafa Hulk side by side, Sir Vapor slotting in behind, Blinn Machine wanting to look down the inside, and there's contact between the Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes. Ooh. As Rafa is really struggling here, and contact again now with the Alpine.
Safety car. There's a lot of debris back there.
And now
VSC
drivers VSC.
Wow, VSC for a riding Shogun on the track.
Oh, he's out. Oh.
F1 has damage. CJ has no wing. Turkey Whacker looks fine.
Does he? Let's look at Turkey. Turkey looks good. You're good, bud. You're good. You keep going.
Yeah, I'm just looking for damage at this point.
Oh, man. So the debut driver of the SMR, Raiden Shogun, is going to have to wait. I mean, it was his official debut, but, man, that didn't last too long. Try again next week. Next week we are at... D'Angelo, you know that. I mean, come on. You know that. What are we at next week?
Double checking. Oh, we're at Monza next week.
Ooh, nice one there. As we are back green, it's Camden Luca, followed by Segrist. A nice start from 4th. Sir Vapor down in behind. And Rafa Hulk, a -2, so to speak, on this one, as he's going to use a lot of battery here to try to keep with Camden, but just not enough to get past Sir Vapor, who is starting on the hard tire.
Yeah, hard tire, very...
trying to make a move here in Segrist early. Segrist is given the room. He wants to give it, and Rafa might split the difference.
Yeah, hard tire, very interesting choice for Vapor, but he's gonna have a great tire that's speedy. It's very quick if he can make it to the, or if there's barring no safety cars like messing up his strategy. So, yellow flag, sector 1. It's F1 Nerd and M&M's.
A little bit of damage in the left front of F1 Nerd, and looks clean for Double M.
Yeah, Rival pretty close to Sir Vapor here. DRS will be enabled as soon as Camden crosses the finish line. For him, anyway. So, Vapor and Rafa Hulk will not have DRS.
Diego, back in 13th, chose the soft tire. So we'll see if he can use some of that quick speed here earlier on. We do say maybe rain coming a little earlier. So that's a good strategy there. As right in front, you see Williams' teammate of Bags making a move, but he's going to have to slot back in behind the AlphaTauri of Santo. Turkey gets ahead of Oreo. That's for 15. Couple battles here in the mid to backpack.
Yeah, it's kind of spreading out just a little bit, I feel like. Now Diego gets around Bags up into P12 with his soft tires. But yeah, now Rafa Hulk will have DRS on Sir Vapor, but Sir Vapor having a lot of pace on those hards right now.
Oh, is this Segrist?
Segrist.
Segrist went for a spin. Yes.
Needs to wait. He's gonna hit someone, or he's gonna back up.
He's gonna be. I know Turkey enjoyed that. Turkey and Segrist are good buds. Turkey probably enjoyed seeing Segrist stranded on the side of the road there. It's always fun when you race him with some good friends. It always makes the experience a lot better, a lot more fun.
Vapor only has 25% of ERS already. Rafa Hulk is at 48 or so. Camden's still around 60. Then Blend Machine behind all of them at 75, but he is a bit further back at this point.
Yeah, and if you're Camden here, you kind of like Sir Vapor, kind of holding off Rafa for a few laps, maybe get yourself into a nice rhythm. He's on the hard tire. He's kind of holding Rafa up. He's basically pushing Sir Vapor through these corners, and it's really just down to the difference in the tire. It's maybe getting a nice run here, looking for a move in turn 10, but he's going to probably look better for turn number 1.
Yeah, I feel like the straight between turn 9 and 10, it's not long enough.
As we
really
are,
going.
We're getting some raindrops here, so the rain coming a lot earlier than expected. It got...
Oh, this will get interesting. Everyone's on dry setups.
I was informed the rain was coming late, but late is early tonight, so it is already pouring. Well, not pouring, but it will be.
Rafa going to make a move down the left side, going around the
outside.
and
he hit Sir Vapor! He hit him! He hit him! He hit him in Sir Vapor! He's got damage! He's got to have damage.
It doesn't look like it, but then again, he could have a little bit of greenness on his MFD wing display. That might be a penalty for Rafa Hulk.
Oh, could be. And Speedy, who started at the back of the grid, he's now P8, battling with Formula Jonah. We know these two love to battle. And now with the rain slipping in, it could get a little bit of slippy action.
It's going to get very slippy. Yeah, Speedy running a good race right now, already up to P8 from 20th position.
And right there was a move for Segrist on Turkey, and now Segrist is having a laugh now that he got back past Turkey Whacker, so he's going to have to do some damage. Segrist, he's got this pace ever since he's been rejoined into this season, but he's just having these little mistakes as now Bags making a move in turn 10. That's for 12th.
Rafa Hulk has like no ERS already. Camden has 52%. Rafa Hulk has 8. Vapor has 11. Blend Machine 62. Ben Swervin 60. Then Jabbar gonna try to get around Nando around turn 3, heading into turn 4.
Ooh, a little bit of contact in it. Oh, nice half spin though. He was able to save that.
Yeah, I think Jabbar was a little bit too greedy there. That's not a overtaking corner.
And even if it was, Nando wasn't wanting the Alfa Romeo to even attempt it. But luckily no damage. He's still in there, but he'll have to maybe think it through a little bit more through the next time he gets there. He did lose about 3 seconds, I guess. Right behind them, Jonah overtook Speedy with the DRS last lap. Now closing up on Chabar as a few of the front runners pitting here. What are they going to put on as a tire choice?
Probably it might be intermediate time, or they're going to make a gamble.
Wow, looks very, very early in my opinion. It doesn't even look wet on the track.
I can see the wetness. I can see it. Looks pretty interesting.
I mean, this is still hoodie weather. You put a hoodie up, put the hood up, and you're good. This is no umbrella. So we'll see the difference here between the medium tire, a Diego soft tire, and these intermediates. It's really all about tire temperature and the grip you have with the track. What's going to give you the best option to excel?
I think you see Camden react here, honestly, because the rain's not letting up at all. And yeah, he's definitely going slower than he was last lap, so...
Interesting enough, Sir Vapor, he pitted, and now right on the back door of Rafa Hulk, he did not get any damage from that contact. Which if you... Oh, but he's off there into the gravel, skipping and sliding through, and another nice save.
Yeah, he kind of got a kick slapper there. Tank slapper. Oh!
Oh, both of them!
Diego and Bags hit each other.
Oh, the golden rule. What is it, D'Angelo?
Don't hit your teammate.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Bags and Diego. You broke the golden rule.
Yep, Camden's in the pits reacting, and Shabar's going to double stack. Might be a good opportunity for the Alphas here.
Now let's ride on board with Camden Luca. Will he get the lead clear? Yes, it should be nice and clear, but the intermediates for Camden, it's not going to be up to temperature as much as Rafa Hulk, and Rafa Hulk's he's got one lap of information over Camden. So will he start to reel in the Alfa Romeo driver?
Yeah, also at this stage in the race, I don't think the intermediates will last to the end. So if it keeps raining and doesn't get to full wets, everybody's going to have to come in again. Unless they're going to take it to about 80% of tire wear. If a safety car comes out, they're definitely going to have to pit again, because tires are going to do shit.
Well, that's a good point, because they definitely probably will have to come into the pits again, unless they really milk this set until the end. But at that point, it's probably just worth coming in. But yeah, no one else has to pit, but it's only what can the tire give you. But you look at the top 5, and they're all, man, the top 5 is some brand names, as you will.
Yep, definitely definitely the top 4. Nando a Nuke, a little newer name, but he's still a very, very good driver.
Blood Machine. Let's look at the biggest movers in this race. Blood Machine up 2, but the biggest move is going to be Speedy Gunner. Up 14 from the back of the grid. Biggest loser currently will be Raiden, who had a very short debut, not lasting past the first corner.
That's just unfortunate. That's just normal turn 1 in the midfield.
Another Williams stranded, and he's just sitting.
Oh, it's
waiting.
Diego.
Yeah.
He's still on soft, so yeah, his race is definitely pretty
Diego,
much over now. Yeah, I don't know why he just didn't double stack with his teammate with Bags, even though after they made contact, yeah, Diego.
Oh, here we got a maybe potential move here. Chabar on Speedy. Speedy goes real deep. He slows it down in time.
Yeah, but Speedy gets the great exit going so deep, though.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Holy crap. Dude, lost all that time and then gained it all back.
Seeger's nice run on Jonah. He's going to have a nice clear run to turn 10. That's for P8.
Yeah, looks like Diego is just a snail right now because he's still on those softs.
It's almost as if it's like Lando Norris at Russia on those softs. on those dry tires when it just downpoured and the team left him out. And he was saying he's going to shunt right into the wall. It's kind of how Diego feels right now, as he's down, and that's a terrible feeling. You just have to go quarter throttle, otherwise you'll spin. Like that. Great example, Diego. I mean, I'm sorry for your race, but... Oh, he might be stuck here, boys. He's in the ground. Nope. He's getting it going. Yep. Okay. And Ben swerving on Oreo. Nice move around 2. As we go back to the front of the grid, it's going to be Rafa Hulk now within a second of Camden Luca, which is going to be very hard for him to do any overtakes now that the DRS is disabled. And Rafa Hulk's using all of the battery, and he's going to... Exactly. He has nothing left, and now, in my opinion, your best bet is to sit behind and maybe get that battery to 100 and then attack, because Camden Luca's got 60%. So all he has to do is use it on the front straightaway, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So who is that struggling? Oh, it's Diego DNFing out of the pits. He DNF'd in the pits and then his car got run back up.
Yep, that's the AI car. That's going to be the second retirement.
Kind of spread out. Seeger's right behind Jabbar now within 2/10. It's like Seeger's or Jabbar's struggling just a little bit in the wet conditions right now.
Yeah, I thought he was actually gaining pretty good on Speedy in the third sector, and then he got a good gap there. It's down the order.
Oh, big incident.
Oh, yeah.
Sector 1, full safety car, and no retirements on that kind of incident.
Oh, wow. A lot of debris everywhere. You see no wing on the Mercedes driver of Oreo. Ben Swervin has a chip of the wing. Turkey's got nothing. Double M's got a chip.
I think everyone... It looks like CJ... So I don't think CJ was a part of it. I think he just came up on it after the fact. But yeah, now we have a full-blown safety car here in the wet.
That's probably a good thing for a lot of these drivers to try to, well, fix the damage if you got any. There's really no advantage if you pit now to get on some new intermediates. You're going to lose track position, and now because it's raining, you want that track position. You do not want to give that up. So I expect a lot of the drivers to stay out here and only pit to repair some damage, or if you're in the back of the pack, you know, maybe put on some fresh intermediates to have some level of edge. But all these drivers just pitted a handful of laps ago. And to be honest, I really think the quickest driver here today is not Sir Vapor. He's had multiple times trying to get past Rafa Hulk or around Rafa Hulk, and both have ended in either him spinning off by himself or him spinning off due to contact with Rafa Hulk. I think that the gap is now equaled, and Sir Vapor has a really good opportunity here, and you know, for the rest of the race. We're only 12 laps in of 33.
These laps, well, if it was dry, these laps would actually go pretty quick, but it's wet now, so they're gonna go kind of slow. And now there's a safety car, so this will go even longer.
Some penalties to go over. Speedy Gunner with 3. Bags and P9 with 3 seconds. And F1 Nerd carrying a 5-second penalty. Not too bad. I thought it could be worse.
It definitely could be worse.
Alright, so let's see. As the grid reforms here, it's a good opportunity to go through a few announcements here. Obviously tomorrow the Golden Class returns for round number 6 for their Spanish Grand Prix. Same time, same place. That's tomorrow night. A pretty competitive grid. You'll be racing there, D'Angelo. You have GTR Lion, who just won last week, I think it was, at Britain. Then on Thursday, you'll have the Platinum Class, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, for their Spanish Grand Prix. Next week is Monza. And yesterday we released the new episode, episode 10 of TCR's podcast, the Racing Debrief. We had special guest TCR head steward, the top guy involving steward inquiries. That's going to be TCCO or Tico. He went over a lot of the steward side of TCR, how the process, the appeals, a couple stories, how he became the head steward. A little bit of a troublemaker there is Tico, but he does a great job there, so go check it out. That was just the last video there. And you can head over to the website. We have some TCR merch. We have more information if you're looking to join the grid. You could join our Discord server where we're the most active. And in there you can get the updated results, any incident submissions and steward decisions that are posted to keep up to date with the drivers, and any other announcements, and just general motorsport chat with Formula One and
safety car in this lap. Finally. Get racing. I hate safety cars.
yeah.
Unless they work for me.
Thankfully, we only had one so far. I think Baku this time we had about 4 already.
Say it, Baku.
Yeah, when we raced there, we had about 4 at this time. We had a lot of safety cars. It could be worse. So Camden Luca, it's up to him on when he decides to go, and he decides to go. Oh, he's doing the Verstappen crawl, but nope. He's gonna go like a Bottas, and a nice run. You know, Rafa's gonna use all the battery. Will it be enough to turn 1? Nope, he's going to have to slot in behind. Down and behind! Big contact with Nando in the wall. Oh my, that was a heavy contact. And he's...
What happened? Like,
I don't know. That was crazy. Chabar is now almost...
King with it.
He was getting run over. Nando was getting run over. I don't know, it might have been contact with in the braking zone, not too sure. Jumbling for position, a little contact there with F1 Nerd. Pushes CJ off the track a little bit. As we have it back in the pack, that's Omega, who went for a spin. He'll be trailing in the back.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Nando. I didn't see what happened. Just like, I wasn't on board.
I barely caught the end of it, but I don't know what caused it.
He just kind of get rammed.
Yeah, he slapped the left side wall into turn 1.
He has damage too. His left end plate's gone, I think.
I don't know if he tried braking and locked up and the car just turned left on him.
Speedy is in the pits as well. Yeah, Speedy got damage from that, it looks like. Very interesting starting lap, and also Camden dropped down to 3rd. Where did that come from?
Wow. Oh, good catch, because I was so involved in the middle pack here. Yeah, Camden lost the lead.
Yeah, now Rafa Hulk is only 5/10 ahead of Not Sir Vapor. We're just now almost over halfway, or about halfway through this race.
Nice battle there. Ben Swerven came out of nowhere and took the position over Jonah. Jonah was looking on Jabbar, and Ben came out of nowhere. Got P8 for himself.
Ben out of nowhere.
Oh, but Jabbar goes deep into the wall, and he's out of the race.
He's out.
He's out of the race. That should be. Yes,
yep,
it is.
Full safety car.
Yeah,
wow.
He went right on the yellow sausage curb, and that's a no-no.
Dude, that's not a sausage. That's not a sausage curb. That's a sausage line.
Yeah. That's like when you go to the buffet style.
Yeah. He went to the buffet style line.
He went back for seconds, and he only paid for one plate.
Wow, that is very unfortunate for Jabbar as a driver in the drivers and in the constructors for Alpha as well. Also, now they're coming in. Oh, it might be full wets. The rain has gotten harder. It might be full wets. That might also be a reason why Jabbar spun like he did.
Yeah, he was in a good position. He was. Oh, as Ben Swerven has a drive-through penalty.
And nope, it is another set of intermediates for
Jonah's
everyone.
out. Jonah, he's stranded on the left side of the track, and Oreos ran over some carbon.
I'm on board with Santo. Yeah. He probably just got on the power too hard trying to catch up to the safety car, and he just spun.
Yeah, either that or he was trying to swerve his tires to warm him up a little bit, which I don't know why you would do. Turkey's coming out of the pits. He might get a position here on Segrist. Yes, he does. As...
Gets one on Turkey as well.
A lot of...
Oh, no, Turkey stayed out.
Yeah.
Omega, the only one to go on wets.
Wow.
It looks like it is getting harder, so... I don't know, the guys that went to the intermediates again.
The Ferrari team, the Ferrari strategy, choosing the wet tires here. And you know what? You might as well do it because you're at the back of the pack anyway. You're going to need to do something different. You can't,
see what happens.
You can't just follow the leader because you'll just follow the leader. You got to do something different. So I like that call.
It's just tragedy for Jabbar and Formula Jono. They were running decent races, probably in a good position to get some good points for them and their teams, and then they just drop it.
Yeah, it reminded me, last week we saw Blinn Machine crash out in qualifying though, and it was on the middle of the straightaway, on the Wellington straightaway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the hell did he crash out there? And he was swerving his tires to warm them up, and he clipped a piece of the grass. But I just don't understand I don't think Jonah would be warming his tires up right away on the straightaway because the safety car just came out. So it had to have been something.
Him hitting the gas too hard. Because when you hit the gas too hard and then the rain, it just... Bye.
Maybe he got on the exit curb and he was trying to save it, and I don't know. But that was... We
will ask him in post-race league-wide chat.
Yeah. Well, it kind of evens out because, you know, the two teams, Red Bull, Alfa Romeo, they're both going for the constructors' titles, and Formula Joan and Jabbar are both the number 2 drivers on paper, and it kind of evens out. Now it goes back to the number 1 drivers of Camden Luca and Blinn Machine. Camden Luca right ahead of Blinn Machine.
Well, you also got to now worry about Mercedes. They have both drivers in the top 10 right now.
Yes. And Oreo Half African only has 4 points on the season, only 2 9th place finishes. But because of this strategy call, he's going to gain some track position. And not only him, but Double M, Ben Swervin, CJ, and F1 Nerd all staying out.
Yeah, F1 Nerd and CJ's intermediates definitely won't last to the end at this rate. M&M's and Oreo, they're going to be close, and Ben swerving. It's going to be really interesting with F1 Nerd and CJ. They're probably going to have another safety car for them to really challenge for this. But stranger things have happened. Granted, it was Portimao, but last season, me and my former teammate TJ, we did take the intermediates. I think we only did one stint in all of Portimao, so...
Oh, and Oreo goes off track, and he's going to lose some track position here. Sorry, I had to plug my laptop in for a second. So he lost the position of Sir Vapor, who gets the track position in the pit lane. He pitted for new tires, and he came out ahead of Rafa Hulk, so Sir Vapor is net P1, and the safety car is in this lap. It's going to be F1.
If you're Oreo, you need to let Rafa Hulk by. Rafa Hulk is your best chance at winning this race and getting the most points.
Absolutely. F1 Nerd is in a position he's not usually in, leading a Grand Prix, followed by CJ and Ben Swervin. And Sir Vapor already on Double M here.
Yep.
Getting
Oreo
past.
Oreo lets Rafa Hulk by. Sir Vapor getting past M&M. That's just tire difference there, the age of the tires. And them getting a little sideways almost.
Yeah, it's downpouring, D'Angelo. It's really downpouring now.
Yeah, the three wet runners are gonna be in a prime position. Speedy might get a podium the way it's going right now.
He could win the race. The Ferraris could win this race.
Who would have thunk it? Because yeah, it's coming down. The track's not.
Oh, Blinn spins it. He saves it though.
He saves out of the wall, but that's going to allow the Ferraris to get by, I think. No, they're a little too far back. The track is not completely soaked for wet conditions, but it's definitely coming down hard enough.
Oh, and a traffic jam here. Blinn caught rush hour. Gets past Oreo.
Oreo dropping down. I think he's just trying not to spin.
And Sir Vapor going through, cutting through the traffic up front.
Omega going around Santo down the outside of turn 10. What a move by him. Blinn gets past Camden Luca. Camden Luca dropped down a little bit after the restart.
Yeah, these drivers are struggling here, D'Angelo. They're going to have to pit.
Yep, it's definitely wet. It's definitely wet tires now. The Ferraris are in a great spot.
And they stay on.
Ben Swervin is the first of the front runners to go in for wets, it looks like.
And
he's the only one of the front runners.
Yes, and Rafa Hulk getting a position on Double M. And only Ben Swervin and Camden Luke were the only two drivers out on track to switch over to the wets, as well as... No, yeah, that's it. And Nando came in as well.
No, Ben Swervin, I think, had a penalty. I think he had a drive-through.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because he I think went too quick in the safety car with the Delta.
Camden put another set of inners on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the inter runners are really struggling.
No,
right now.
he meant to put wets, and that, I'm going to call it, that's a rookie mistake there. He needs to make sure he collects the wet tire. Unless he got damage, and that's why he had to come in.
Yeah, but it's so wet, though. Like, there's all kinds of standing water on the racing line.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go on board with Omega here. I want to see... Right.
He is gaining on Blinn.
I want to see the difference between these two cars.
Granted, Omega is not as good of a driver as Blinn Machine is, I feel like. But, like, yeah, look at the traction coming out of corners. Just so much better than Blinn's.
And Omega's using very low gears, which I don't recommend. He should be in higher gears here.
Especially in the wet.
very easy for you to spin as he goes down to first gear. Don't go to first gear, Omega. Please, never go to first gear unless you're at Monaco. Don't use first gear.
I don't even go in first gear at Monaco.
Don't even do it at Monaco. Never use first gear.
Yeah, Omega has a lot more grip in the corners, it feels like, and getting way better traction.
Yeah, those gearings are just off. I mean, that could cost him a little bit.
F1 Nerd, though, looking pretty strong on his 13-lap pulled intermediates. He's almost 3 seconds ahead of Vapor. This is gonna get crazy down towards the end here. About 10 laps left.
One hell of a race they're putting on.
At Spain, of all places.
I mean, crazy.
This is what happens in TCR. We go to the shit tracks and a crazy race happens.
Bags gets a position on CJ. That's for 4th. CJ
Speedy
falling down the order with 13 lap hold. Yep.
Speedy's gonna have traction advantage on Santo. Yep. Speedy takes P9. Ferraris are gonna be in a really good spot.
Speaking of one of them, Omega on Blinn.
Yep.
Nice.
Omega just has so much more grip.
Oh, the confidence.
Yeah, to stick it around even though he does have the better tire on, still to stick it around the outside in the rain. Very, very well done.
Next one up, Double M. Omega can win this race. I believe it.
The new Slim Shady. If Eminem ever wins a race, I am calling him Slim Shady. Speedy gets by Blinn as well, but Blinn does come into the pits. I think Blinn saw the light.
Yep, and Omega getting past Slim Shady for 6th.
Blinn has come in for the wet tires. He saw the light. Oreo also coming in for the wet tires. Because, yeah, now Omega's gaining a lot on the top 5 now.
Oh, yes, because these are the drivers, at least 2 of them, F1 Nerd and CJ, all have the older intermediates. As there's one right there, a move in unorthodox through turn 4.
That's just the power of having the better tire in the rain. People just get out of your way for no reason. Because they're just trying not to lose the car.
Yeah, I don't think it was a matter of he let him by. It was a matter of I can't keep you behind me because your tires are way better than mine. It is wet. It's wet, baby.
It is very wet. Omega's in a really good spot now.
Oh, it's just brilliant.
He's catching up to the top 4. It's reminding me of...
oh, contact there, Speedy and CJ and MM. He gets involved. Oh,
was it Speedy's fault?
Yeah, I don't know. It was contact right on the apex.
Oh, Santo's really struggling.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, well, even if it was Speedy's fault, he's in P6.
And look at the couple drivers pitting.
Vapor's the only one who didn't go in of the top 4. That's not a good decision for Vapor. If another safety car does not come out, Omega and Speedy will get a 1-2.
Well, he is carrying that penalty, so Nando's right. Nando was smart. He pitted a lot earlier than everybody else, and he could also win this race. He's in 4th, only 3 seconds back. I think the penalty...
He's gonna have to get around Speedy though and Omega.
Yeah.
Speedy's gonna fight for Omega. He will fight since he does have the penalty.
Because it's a 3-second gap and just about, and Speedy's got a 3-second penalty. And man, Rafa Hulk is now, where is he? He's 6th position.
Rafa Hulk does have the pace. He does have pace, but I don't think he's going to have time. I mean, we'd still have... Well, after this lap's over 10 laps. This lap 33, but I just don't think Rafa Hulk will have the time more than anything. The pace, yeah, but I don't think he'll have time to catch up. This is definitely going to come down to the wire. This Vapor stays out.
Nice move from Oreo. Good traction on Camden. Those wet tires really Hard.
Camden ruined his race. But yeah, Sir Vapor, going back to Sir Vapor, he has stayed out on the intermediate tires.
I mean, he is one hell of a racer driver, or whatever.
Driver racer?
Driver racer, yeah.
Dracer River?
He was making the hards quicker than those guys on the medium tires in the first stint. So can he make the inners better than the wet tires here?
Yeah, definitely not, because that gap between Omega and Sir Vapor has gone down like 1.5 seconds in 2 corners.
Yes.
So it is Vapor has definitely, as well as Camden, screwed his strategy.
Now, if you're Omega, you have to be shaking. I mean, you have to be. You're like,
yep. Is the nerves. He doesn't. He just needs to be patient. He just needs to wait for the straightaway to get around Vapor. Also, Speedy behind him is going to have nerves coming too, because he's in prime position for his first podium.
yeah, I mean, Speedy.
Even with the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt Speedy could get past his teammate and pull a gap. Who's to say? And, oh, Sir Vapor stays out. So this is a commitment strategy. And it's going to... Oh! Oh!
This is Speedy's race now.
What a save!
No damage on the Ferrari from what I can see.
Oh, wow.
It's those nerves getting to him. He got on the power too hard.
Could have been some dirty air. Right, that's the closest he's been to a driver in a few laps. Now Speedy's getting a little bit of the pie.
Yep, look at Speedy's pace. Even though he said he hates driving in the rain, his pace compared to Vapor's right now. I feel like if he gets past Vapor, it's gonna. Oh yeah, Speedy's gonna get past him.
He's gonna get a nice run out of here. Oh, he
switchback in the rain. Speedy Gunner. What
nice
a move!
Textbook.
What a move from the new Ferrari guy.
Textbook.
In the rain, the conditions he hates, he did that. Now it's all about building a gap. Now Omega's gonna have a good run just because of the traction value he has on those wets. Gonna go down the inside of turn 10. I would send it as well. Granted, I am a racing driver.
You're a driver racer. So the Ferraris lead 1-2. Sir Vapor all over. A lot of aquaplaning here. Now will he be coming in this time by? Nope, he's stubborn. That's a stubborn driver right there. That's the stubborn driver.
Nando's going to blow right past him. Yep, bye.
He's like, if I pit now, I'm going to be last, so let me just see if I'll be last this way. You know, it's like I don't want to die just going into the pits. Let me die this way.
I thought he was going to make a little bit of contact with Nando, but he did break enough. Raffle gaining rapidly on the top 4 now. Speedy's got to push it if he wants to stay on the podium. Sector 3 yellow. I think it'll be a safety car.
No, not yet. We're coming down to
Oh, bags! That might be a safety car or
Let's
a VSC.
Right on board.
Full
yes.
safety car. Full safety car. This throws everything.
And I'm riding on board here with Santo. Let's see if we can catch a glimpse of the Williams driver. Yes, he's right on the right side of the track. His front right tire is off. A very tricky turn 3 here at Spain.
Especially in the wet, but Speedy and Omega still have a good chance to win this race. They're just going to have to battle their ass off.
Yeah, they really needed it to go green for the entirety of it because Speedy is carrying that penalty, but he is leading the race with the track position. So if he can get off a nice, good start, he could possibly pull a gap.
Or even just have Omega fight for his life for his teammate to keep him at least on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they have communication in a party. Oh!
No!
And that ruined Sir Vapor's chance. Drive-through penalty. He's going to pit this time by for some wets.
Oh, Seagrass too!
Ooh. He might retire in the pits here, Sir Vapor. That's pretty much race over.
Yeah, because he'd have to pit for wets anyway, and it's a drive-through. Because you can't do a drive-through under yellow.
So, for those maybe not aware, when the safety car comes out, or VSC, which is a virtual safety car, the drivers are given a delta, a time that they must, pretty much a speed limit that they must go to, and you have to stay in the green. You get into the red for too long, and you don't give up and go back into the green delta, then you're given a penalty, and it's one of the harshest penalties on this game. It's a drive-through penalty, which means you go through the pit lane, and you can't pit for new tires, you just go straight through, but it has to be served under green flag conditions, so you can't do it until the safety car comes back in, and it's a harsh penalty, and a race ender.
Yeah, definitely. Because, yeah, the field's going to be bunched up again, and so Vapor is going to... Very unfortunate. But yeah, the safety car delta in this game, especially for a race, it has been touchy. Like, it'll give you -7 seconds of delta, and you have to come to a complete stop. So... It's been very weird this year on this game. Which some drivers who still have a chance at the win. We got Speedy and Omega obviously have a chance. Nando with a chance. Rapahulk with a chance. Blend Machine with a chance. F1 Nerd with an outside chance. Seagrass and Sir Vapor, their races are pretty much over. They both have drive-thrus. So Santo might shock the world here. I would love to see that.
A Santo win?
Yeah. Because he's going to get back up to the field before this lap's over, so...
I don't know about that. Nope.
Oh, he's kidding.
He's
All
going
right,
to be...
M&M's is going to win.
He's going to be the new pit king here. Oh, drivers, look at this. They're going back onto the inters, possibly.
Oh, yeah, the rain has let up.
Oh.
Now, this begs the question, will everybody come in?
Oh, don't tell me.
The only problem is the two Ferraris. I think if you're Omega, you let Speedy go in because he's carrying that penalty.
Now, if I'm Camden, I come back in, I put the inters on. It feels like Camden's always on the wrong tire at the wrong time. Because it is, look at it, it's drying up pretty nicely. This is intermediate conditions.
It is now intermediate conditions.
Oh, wow. Right. So Santo actually has probably the best opportunity.
Yeah, because if the standing water goes away, the wets are going to overheat very easily.
And you're going to get a lot of wheel spin and won't be able to make some corners. But the other question is, will it dry up at all? Will it be dry weather conditions? I know we're on lap 28 of 33. I think the safety car might go one more lap. So you're going to spend a couple minutes under this safety car. I don't know if it'll dry up necessarily enough to put dries on at the end. It more looks like intermediate weather. Oh man, I wonder if I'm like Double M or F1 Nerd, somebody who needs to risk it. Do you come in now? Or maybe that's wrong information. Maybe it's not going to dry up to the intermediate level, but it sure does look that way. Man, we don't know what's going on here in the weather in Spain, but we do know the Ferraris lead this race. Speedy Gunner, followed by Omega. Both don't have podiums, I don't believe, in the silver class, but they're going to have their work cut out for them. They have heavy hitters. Nando, race winner in debut in this season. Behind, you got Rapahulk, championship leader, race winner, multi-time, Blend Machine, multi-time. race winner here. So you got 3 heavy hitters to hold off.
And then, yeah, you got Vapor, Santo. Santo is in a really interesting spot. He's P12 we're gonna have 4 laps left. He has the pace. He might have the pace on those intermediates because of the overheating wets. He'll definitely get into the top 10 at least.
Yeah, I believe so. I think the only question is, like,
safety car in this lap. Yeah.
If nobody else pits, he can't win the race. I think that's kind of evident. I think they could stay out and still win it.
I think a top 7 is very manageable for him.
But if it gets to the point where they need to pit, if they have to pit, then yeah.
Sir Vapor and Seegers have to pit, or they're going to get disqualified. They have to serve their drive-throughs.
All right, so a big gap here from Speed to Omega. Is Omega playing the team game? Is he doing the science? Is he doing the science that the team wanted to do to Leclerc?
He needs to go now. Oh, yeah. Lando gets a little loose. He needs to go now because
I don't know if that's
Speedy crossed the line.
I don't even know if that's legal. I gotta check. Tico, where you at? Rafa Hope gets by.
It's very legal, I think.
Blend Machine coming in. He wants some action.
Yep, Blend Machine gets past Lando. Rafa Hope did make a little bit of contact with the gearbox of Omega, but no damage, it looks like. He's going to be a very chaotic last couple of laps.
Omega has to do a little bit more here to hold him up.
Oh, Rafa Hope's going to go wide. Blend Machine's going to go up on the inside. Nope, he thinks better of it.
A little bit of contact.
Omega
down the inside now.
Yep, he's battling the better driver. Oh, Rafa Hope penalty!
It evens out. But now Blinn gets by. Blinn can win the race.
Yep, Blinn can win now. I don't know, Speedy might, because Speedy's got a 2.4 second gap, and then Blinn's 0.8 behind Rafa Hope.
Yeah, Blinn could win the race, but Omega could have won the race too if he went on with it.
Ferrari still could get a double podium here. Come on, I want Speedy to win so bad.
Well, let's look at the gap from the leader here.
Blinn just let it happen.
That's what you need. Looking at the Blinn Machine, 3.1 seconds, 3.3 seconds. Speedy is right on the buffer. The Blinn Machine drops it. He drops it.
Oh, but here comes Rafa Hope now. Rafa Hope got a way better exit than Speedy did.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe Blinn Machine did that. It was similar. He dropped it in Azerbaijan.
Baku. Yeah, he did basically the same thing, it looked like.
And look at the train Omega's got. Omega's got one hell of a train. Segrist is out.
Segrist is out. Oh no. Speedy and Rafa. Speedy using all the track he can to keep him at bay.
Speedy.
Yep.
Speedy wants it. Oh. He wants it though.
Yep. Rafa Hope's not going to budge. He's going to push him wide. Speedy using everything.
He's down the inside! Oh, contact!
Yeah, Speedy's got to be careful. Speedy's got to be careful. He doesn't want to lose a podium. As well, Omega, no! Omega's going to lose a podium here.
Oh, wow.
Speedy just needs to sit back and get a podium because he's not catching Rafa Hulk at this stage.
No, definitely not. And you don't want to cost yourself some good points. I mean, that was a really opportunistic move that really wasn't there.
I don't know, but we did see Blinn kind of spin it, so maybe Rafa Hulk will also spin it. Who knows?
Possibility. But F1 Nerd has an opportunity to pick up another podium. Remember, it was back in Australia.
F1 Nerd might be able to get the win. Look at the gap to the leader. He's literally within the gap now.
Wasn't it back in Australia when F1 Nerd took a podium and Speedy actually crossed the line first, but he had that all those penalties? F1 Nerd might grab another podium here.
He needs to get by Speedy to get the win, definitely. Because Speedy's definitely got P3 at this stage. Ben Swerven's is almost 3 seconds behind F1 Nerd.
Oh man, CJ, Oreo, it's a jumbled up mess back here.
Welcome to Spain and TCR in the wet.
And Camden right behind. Camden looking maybe to get some more positions. He's got 4 right in front of him.
Speedy's got to be careful. Oh, F1 Nerd! Oh, F1 Nerd. Oh, no, he's going to... Ooh, yep. Ben Swerven's got to Ben Swerven up into P3. That's going to allow Omega to catch up. I think F1 Nerd has damage, too. No, it doesn't look like it. Blend Machine goes around the outside of CJ. No, if Speedy will finish on the podium at this race, he just keeps it going. I want to see Speedy shit talk in the silver class after this.
That would be cool. We still have a little ways to go. One strugglesome lap here at Spain. Blinn might be able to get 2 positions, draining everything on the battery. Omega defends. He wants a solid top 5 after leading the race, which could have been a win.
Ooh.
He did a big teammate favor. Didn't really pay out for the win, but possibly a podium.
They're going to have good points, though. They're going to get ahead of Williams in the constructors. Oh, 3 wide Blinn taps the rear of Omega.
Blinn around the outside of Omega. Nice move from the Red Bull driver and up into P6. And Camden gets by Omega as well, up into the chicane. As we come around the final sector, we're going to ride on board with Rafa Hulk. If he could just nice and easy through Sector 3. It's been an up and down race for him. This will be his 3rd win in Silver Class, extending the championship lead over Camden Luca and Blinn Machine.
Speedy will finish P2 or P3.
Rafa Hulk is going to win here in Spain. And Speedy Gunner should be able to grab a podium, his first one in silver. Yes, it is. A P3 for the Ferrari driver.
Omega's going to drop down to P18. Unfortunate. Or not P18, P8. I'm stupid.
And Oreo does not get any points after what could have been. It's really just a 1 Mercedes show here. Rafa Hulk getting all the points here tonight. Oreo failing to get any points, but it did finish the race.
That was crazier than expected.
Oh my goodness. That honestly is one of the best Spain races I've seen in TCR. I mean, we don't put on a lot of them.
When the rain started.
Look who got P2, Ben Swerven. We get to talk to Ben Swerven, his first podium after rejoining TCR. I didn't even, man, he came literally out of nowhere as he did a move earlier on in the race. A sneaky little P2.
Yep. I will... I can add people. Oh, I have to add them as friends, though. God damn it.
And driver of the day, Ben Swerven in the AlphaTauri. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that as your 500 subscriber special. Thank you all once again for the support. Very much appreciated. We have the Golden Class tomorrow and Platinum Class on Thursday for their Spanish Grand Prix. We will have the post-race interviews in just a moment. But before you go, please hit the like button before you head on out. It really does help the videos out. It allows it to get out to more viewers and more racer drivers like you guys. So please, it'd be much appreciated. Couple good finishes as well from F1 Nerd and CJ. Good job there. CJ grabbing the fastest lap by 120.868. That'll give him 1 additional point. Blin Machine, which could have been a win if he just stayed on track. Another big mistake, just costing him huge points in the championship. It could have been a swing into the Red Bull's favor, and it went back into Rafa Hulk's hands. Camden Luca, kind of a missed strategy. I think he meant to put on the wets when it was time for him, but the game put on the intermediates. Omega, what a teammate, man. I would love a teammate that would fight for me. That's really the only reason Speedy Gunner is on the podium. Santo with some nice points as well. We thought he could get up to 7th with that intermediate strategy, but you know, even to get in the points, good enough for him. Sir Vapor also a pretty nice race return, but with some penalties and some spins. It really wasn't meant to be, but he definitely had the speed to do it. But man, what a great race. Last week was a little dull, but we come back to Spain in a thriller. As I go to the showroom here. Alright, so let's see if we get Speedy Gunner here.
I know. That's
I
funny.
can't add him because he hasn't added me back on Discord.
Okay, let me see if I got him.
For some reason, to add people to DM, sometimes you need to add them. It's kind of stupid.
I got Ben. Let me just do Speedy. Yeah, we, I guess we're the only class that does it now on PC. Usually the drivers join a PlayStation chat. Oh, he. Okay, I got it. Yep. All right, good. We got.
It was up at the top.
couldn't find how to get in here, so Ben.
I found out how to get in some trouble, I tell you that.
All right. Let's get Speedy in here, and we'll start this party off.
Awesome.
If anybody in the comments has any questions for any of the top 3, leave it in the comment section. I will be sure to ask. Get the Twitch up if anybody has any questions there. Alright, so we have all the 3 drivers here. We're going to start P3 in the Ferrari, and it's going to be his first podium in Silver Class and in TCR. It is Speedy Gunner. How was that race? And congratulations on the first podium.
Well, I definitely knew I would have a lot of viewers today because a lot of people I know personally, I recommended the channel to them and everything, and they're either going to watch it, they either watched it live or in post, but I definitely knew I had to do something to impress. On the first lap, my recording corrupted, so I had to launch my stream during the safety car, but I got through, I was swerving through traffic, and I got up to about P11 from P20 on the front straight, and then after the incident, I got up to P10, which was nice. And then me and Omega were talking together the entire time, talking about strategies, and when the final safety car restart, I asked him if he could back up the drivers to try and help me out, and he did, and it got me a lovely first podium, P3, around one of my least favorite tracks in the game, in my least favorite weather. So I'm definitely very pleased with the result.
Absolutely. And there was a point in the race where you and your teammate were both running last positions, and you decided to put on the wet tire, which ultimately led you guys to this ultimate strategy to put you in position for 1-2, at least on track. What went through that strategy call?
So I was starting to struggle in my setup on the inters, and I decided to pit for wets, and I recommended to Omega he should as well, and he followed me in. He double stacked, but of course, us being with Ferrari, they put on the hard tires, so he had to go around again, pit, and come out back in P17 or something, and I then on the restart of that safety car, me and Nando were going into turn 1, and Nando broke really early, which I wasn't expecting, and I ended up rear-ending him, causing us both wing damage. And I had to get lucky with a safety car, which I did, and I was able to push through the field the entire race because I guess the back of the grid penalty, it made me a little more aggressive out on track than I usually am, because I usually try and be pretty conservative. But today I was trying to defend like I did in Brazil and overtake like a beast, I guess. I was not letting up, and we had some... Me and Omega had some fun times this week, and we got redemption for our esports team, Alpha Rooney Motorsport, because last week was the team's anniversary, and, well, we know how that went.
Yeah, and we have a question here from TJ in the comments. He said, how are you going to repay Omega? He was a great teammate, pretty much back in the pack up, so you can try to get that 3-second gap. Ultimately, it didn't work, but that's the reason why you're here on the podium.
Well, I'm definitely going to repay him any way I can. Actually, I have to dedicate this podium to two people. Omega
Me?
for backing up the field and giving me a setup, and Taz, or Tasmanian Devil, or B-Tom, for teaching me how to tweak a setup. So I have to credit my win to both of them, as they helped me a lot this week in improving. And I think next time I can repay Omega, I will do a Brazil to the entire field instead of just Jonah this time.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the first podium. D'Angelo, any questions or comments for Speedy?
Yeah, Speedy. First podium in TCR. How are you feeling, my guy?
We were losing.
Oh, Lord. Very great about the first podium. I've been wanting to push for this for a while, and the last 2 weeks weren't the greatest around Silverstone and Baku, as I did hit the wall in Baku and DNF myself. And then Silverstone, I followed Omega on the start, which we both jumped, which happens sometimes because it's just instinct. But we recovered this week, starting P16 and P20. And we finished P3 and P8, which is really good considering Omega had a few mishaps with the pit crew, and I had a broken wing once, and I had the penalty. But it was definitely an amazing race from both of us, and next week for Monza, we plan to do something similar.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again, and enjoy.
Have a great rest of your night, guys.
Yep, you too. Thank you. And now we will go to the AlphaTauri of Ben Swerven. I don't think it's your first podium in TCR. Nah, you've been there, done that, right?
No, this is the first
this
one.
The first one for Ben Swerven too. Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
We got two.
I got P2 last
ones.
week, and then I got demoted last week because I had 6 seconds in penalties.
Now I know you raced a lot earlier. You returned after a little while off, but you didn't have anything, huh?
No.
Damn.
I left because of PC. I went to switch to PC.
Oh wow. Well, how does this feel then, Ben? We got another one on the podium.
Yeah, I mean it feels pretty good. I hope I keep it. There was some, some incidents out there, but
were you naughty, Ben?
Well, I wouldn't say naughty. I just felt like I had the traction over a lot of the other cars out there, and as I was carving my way through, like I went back to the stream, and it's my teammate that I thought we were going to be more side by side. I didn't see the accident, but he was the car. I couldn't remember who it was, but the way I remember it, kind of felt like he came down on me, and that caused a big collision. So I had to make my way back through the pack. I had a drive-through penalty. I had to go through the drive-through once. It was a hectic race. It's hard to remember everything.
Yes. Oh man, so many things happened in that race. Well,
I first pitted to my first pit was to go to intermediates, and I went to softs. So I had to go back to the pits. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in the pits. It felt like.
And how was at the end of the race? You were on what tire? Intermediate or the wet?
I went to the wet. Yeah, I forget what lap. I had them on for a while.
Okay, and how was the traction there at the end of the race? Because it looked like it was lighting up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I had a lot of traction because I don't know if you saw, but it seemed like I was gaining. Like every car in front of me, I was gaining. Like the first place was 7 seconds, and there was no way I was going to get that. But when I saw that behind 5th place, that I had a chance for 3rd, and then there was a couple people that spun to make it a lot easier, or had some incidents.
All right, I know obviously very close with Segrist and Turkey. What are you going to say after this? A little showboating against them?
I don't know. Turkey's pretty mad at me. He said I dive bombed him and I was out of line and all that. I was a big cause of the wreck. So we'll see how it goes when he turns it in. And I felt like I raced pretty fair. And
I hope you keep it then. I'm not too sure if you caught it. So much stuff has happened. So
I know it was a hectic race. So. But yeah, we'll just see how it all plays out tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was for the most part, it was a fun race for what it was for rain. I kind of thought I had a good chance, especially I had a bad qualifying and was well behind where I should have been, starting 10th, I think it was. So and I got a good jump at the front. I was up in like P6.
And how do you feel moving forward in Monza next week? You had some speed up in the top of the pack. It's just a couple little things to perfect. I think you got a good shot.
Yeah. This one I didn't have any not drive-throughs, but exceeding the track limit. So if I clean that up, I think I'll be doing pretty good.
Awesome. And D'Angelo, any questions for Ben? I guess not. All right. Well, congrats on the first podium. I thought you might have had one, but yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
and
that was fun.
Speedy, first two new guys. I love it. I
Yeah.
love to see it.
Awesome.
All right.
We'll see you guys soon.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. And we'll move to our race winner here tonight. Rafa Hulk claiming his third win and extending the championship lead. Rafa Hulk, how'd you do that one in this one?
Yeah, like little crazy again, and the weather changed, and had to stop twice and make some decision. And I was like base what like Camden, because Camden was most in front of me, and I was just try keep the pace, keep up with his pace, but I think he spun, something happened with him, and like the last 15 laps, I don't know what's happened with him, went the back of the grid, and I just kept my pace, open most I can, and like the last safety car, I think Omega like was hold F body to speed, maybe open it 3 seconds, and I get the penalty on 3 seconds when I was passing him, but I was with a good setup, and I got to speed and pass and open the 3 seconds I needed, and was a good race. I have a good pace for dry, and I didn't change that much for the wet, and I couldn't keep I wasn't struggle at all with the bad condition of the weather. My traction was very good, and I just try keep my pace and try don't spin.
Absolutely. And it seems almost every week we're in the post-race interviews. How do you feel moving forward? And the gap's opening up in the championship, where the next race, once that's completed, will be the halfway point. How's your confidence level this far in this season?
Yeah, every race is getting better and better. Like when you get like that much point straight, and you just keep your good pace, whatever we are going to race. So that get your confidence like better and better. Try to don't make mistakes, and just make the most points I can to keep this distance to Camden. Gonna be tough. He's a good racer. We have a lot of good racing, and he's having like a couple bad race, but any mistake I make, he gonna be right there. So I just have to keep the pace, and like I said, make the try to don't make mistake at all.
And we have a question from TJ again in the YouTube comments. He asked, were you aware of the Park Ferme glitch? Was that present here today? It's a glitch where you go from qualifying to the race. Usually you're not able to change certain components on the setup. Did you notice any of that when loading in?
Yeah, we did. I was with my other friends, Nando and Diego, and we saw that glitch, and we saw, but we didn't touch. We know what you able to do or not, but yeah, happened today.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, D'Angelo, any questions if you're there?
No questions. I just want to say, Rafa Hulk, good win, man. It was nice to see you back on the top step, and hopefully you can continue this pace throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you, guys, and I hope you're right about that, and I hope to talk to you guys more.
Yeah, we'll talk next week, next Tuesday. How about that?
I hope so. Thank you, guys.
Yep, have a good night. All right. So, D'Angelo, how do we sum this one up in your words?
Better than expected.
There you have it. Yeah, we're coming into this race not knowing if it'd be a good one or not, and it definitely did not disappoint. It was a thriller here at Spain with the rainy conditions all throughout, dry to wet to inters to wet to inters again possibly, and we had drivers up and down the field, it seemed like, and definitely towards the end we didn't know who was going to win the race, but it was the Hulk who claimed a victory. Alright, so that was a good 500 subscriber special, and yeah, we're here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, silver, golden, and platinum. Check the description for more information. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for D'Angelo as my main co-com. And everyone back at TCR. We'll see you tomorrow for Golden Class. And without further ado, we'll see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.